Hinkley News.
Good morning, Hinkley. I'm your anchor, Josh.
And I am your anchor, Oscar. We have Friday off this week and Monday as well for the next following week due to President's Day. So enjoy your 4-day weekend, guys.
We have SAT testing this week on the 15th, so please do your best and stay healthy. And do your best. People are allowed to opt out, but it's highly recommended to take it just in case for college.
On Tuesday, we have Valentine's Day, the day we express our love to each other. As other people say, single people awareness day. Don't mind them. The choir is doing valograms where they will sing to anyone who pays for them to sing to a special someone and offer them a chocolate rose. Now, to the news of sports.
Welcome back to the news of sports. I'm Omar.
And I'm Maurice.
This week, it's a pretty simple week for sports. What's this week, Maurice?
So literally every single day except for one day, we have swim and dive meets at 6 p.m.
That one day will be Wednesday, where swim and dive meet will be at 5 p.m.
Yeah, so literally extremely simple week. Make sure to support as much as you can. Once again, I'm Maurice.
I'm Omar, and that's been news of sports.
You know me as your anchor, Oscar, for the Hinkley News, but welcome back to our fan favorite segment, Ed's Corner.
Did you know that you can never stand backwards on stairs?
Welcome back to the Black History Month segment of Hinkley News. I'm glad that people enjoyed it last week. People actually came up to me last week and said how much they enjoyed it, so I'm glad that everyone got to experience it. Today, this week, I'd like to highlight some certain individuals that I believe are very important to Black history. Of course, there's thousands of people important to my culture and our history, but today I'd like to highlight two that I consider very special to me. So first one I'd like to consider is an old one, Harriet Tubman. A lot of you probably heard of her. You know, she was a very prominent Black figure around the 1800s and early 1900s. From the very beginning of her childhood, she, had to experience like discrimination at its absolute worst. And around 27, she, really fled away from her captivity as a slave and began to work on her own. And eventually she became known for her Underground Railroad, which freed hundreds of slaves. That's very, very crazy that she was able to accomplish that way back in the day. And even with things like the Fugitive Slave Act around 1850, she still continued to, push the railroad into, places like Canada to free even more slaves and stuff like that. She worked with other prominent members like Frederick Douglass and others to also continue to, work to free as many slaves as possible. She did a lot in her time, of course. She was very passionate. She did some crazy things to, make sure to not get caught, when she was on the run. Really did her best. She passed away around 1913. And even then, as future generations went on, they continued to get influenced by her and spread the message as much as possible to free slaves and truly gain equality for African Americans. Now, second person I'd like to mention is someone I'm very passionate about, someone that's very more modern. It is Kendrick Lamar. Now, Kendrick Lamar is a very prominent rapper today, and he is known as one of the greatest hip-hop artists of all time. He showed up on the scene around the early 2010s. And he's been making hits ever since. With his releases like Section 80, his debut album, and Good Kid, Mad City, which released in 2012, those albums are considered some of the greatest albums of all time. And of course, he really hit a stride in 2015 with the release of The Pimp a Butterfly, which is considered not just one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time, but one of the greatest albums ever, period. at least of this current generation, of course, as people that don't even like rap and hip hop acknowledge how good it is, as he really sheds light on different political and racial issues in a way that even non-rap fans can be interested in. You know, his music is very raw, it's very, you know, expressive and complex, you know, but of course it's still very nice to listen to as well, so both casual and hardcore people can understand the importance of Kendrick Lamar. And even today, as he slows down making music, you know, with his recent release Missing Around the Big Steppers last year, people still consider him one of the greatest, and he's genuinely someone that I look up to a lot, and is considered one of the greatest artists of all time. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the segment. I am Maurice, and thank you for joining me for the segment of Black History Month on Hinkley News.
Hello, Hinkley High School students. It's me, Christian Demofo. Today's Valentine's Day. So much love in the air, Valentine's Day has gone off to a great start. But enough about that. First, as you may have heard, we held our Mario Party Superstars Valentine's event. Woo! Here's the footage and picture from last week's winners of Mario Party Superstars. Check it out. We're all superstars! Woohoo! Well, that's it for Valentine's winners. Thank you so much for participating, and congratulations to our Mario Party Superstars Valentine's winners. I hope you enjoyed yourself. In case you missed our event from last week, we are doing another one on Monday and Tuesday. We also, including on Valentine's Day during lunch in Miss Donovan's room in 1120. And thank you, Hinkley High School students. And I wish you a happy Valentine's Day. See you next time. Go fast all the way to my heart. From Christian to everyone at Hinkley High School.
And that'll be all for today, folks. I'm Josh, and he is Oscar.
Have a great week of school and be good people.